1980s stories, how my mum used to make sure that I got home on time. So, of course, way back in the 80s, we didn't carry mobile phones with us. And so I lived in a village, and there was a church with a bell, which would dong, all the hours that it donged. But for some reason, I just wouldn't hear it. You also had the rule of come home when it's dark, but in the summertime, it didn't get dark until very late. So that didn't also work. So my mother got this cowbell, and she would stand at outside the house, and she would just ring this bell. Honestly, I mean, I was a really uncool kid. Not that I'm a cool kid now or anything. It was the 80s. But there was nothing cool about me as a kid in the 80s. And I did not have very many friends at all. And to have your mother ring a bell like so loud to get you to come home was just, it was so embarrassing. I'd just die. You'd be like trying to be hanging out at the local park, like doing pretend smoking, because that's what we did. I'm like, what we were thinking, I've got no idea. Or we'd be like, there was a school in our village that had young kids. It was quite weird. It's really inappropriate for me to say it, but back in those days it was called a deaf and dumb school. I would never call it that now, but that's what they called it. And I learned sign language, English sign language, and I would be hanging out with all the really hot boys from the what would you call it, sign language school, hard of hearing school. I need to know what I'd call that now. God, I can't believe it was called a deaf and dumb school. Fucking hell, that's so terrible. Got the things that, let me tell you, we did say some terrible things back in the day. I suppose we just weren't educated, were we? Well, not that we weren't educated, but people just didn't say, or just, I don't know. It was a different time, let me tell you. It was a different time. Anyway, I would be there hanging out with the boys from the school, giving all the sign language, and then all of a sudden